So when I danced, I had a lot of regulars. But I had very few that I got on a very personal level with. One would come in, buy me a couple drinks, of course, because that's what we did, and goof off with me. And I never had to even like put myself in any box with that person or his girlfriend. His girlfriend was cool as hell too. With her when he was dating. But at first he came in by himself for a long time. But he'd come in and he would just relax. It's like that was his space to relax. He could vent. I would tell him how it was. He didn't get offended when I told him like it was. He'd just be there in the moment. I miss that. I miss having people that were real around me while I did a job that I freaking hated. But nobody knew I hated it unless you knew me. I have stage fright. I hate being center of attention. Really, really bad. Because when I was a kid, I was always told, you want to be center of attention. No, I didn't. I actually get really, really nervous. And after about, 3 rounds, I'd calm down. Because I like this routine. It became a routine. Everything becomes a routine sometimes. So I became comfortable. But it wasn't something I loved. I did love my customers, certain ones. I had one at a different club that I had a cramp. And I couldn't get the cramp to rub out. And so I went to a customer and I asked if he would punch me in my cramp to release it. He looked at me like I was crazy, of course. But I'm talking him into it. And he knew me for a while, so it wasn't like I was just asking some random person. And he ended up punching me. And he slid the chair a little bit when he punched me. Because, he actually tried to release a cramp. Well, I slid the chair back. I was like, it didn't work. May you please punch me one more time. Because I can't get on that stage with these shoes on with this cramp. And he looked at me like I was retarded. I was like, you didn't punch me hard enough. And he's like, you're a girl. I was like, yes. But I wasn't raised as a girl. I have done man work my whole life. I've been treated like a boy my whole life, for the most part, by my father. Instead of like a little girl and a princess. I was treated like, here's labor, free labor, let's use it. Type shit. So he punched me a second time and the chair slid a little further, but it released the cramp just enough for me to work that night. And he asked me, he said, did it release it enough? I was like, it released enough for me to work tonight. I said, I'll get it out later. He looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, I'll get somebody to get it out later. Like, I have to legit stand up and have somebody punch me so it will release that cramp, because my cramp has to be fully extended when I get punched. Even my leg, I have to punch my leg to get my cramp up. So, like, a lot of my regulars were not bad people. And they weren't like you would expect. Everybody talks bad about strip clubs and customers and how they're cheating on their wives. Yes, there is those people. Very much so. Those people weren't around me. I'm not bought. You can't buy me. I'd rather go home broke than be bought by somebody that's cheating on his wife or thinks he's almighty and can buy whatever he wants. That wasn't me. I was different then, and I'm still different now. Now, if I could have, I would have went the whole different route, made me a lot of money, but I couldn't do it, so I never did. But yes, there is actual men who are good men who walk in there just to bull crap, play a couple games of pool, drink a couple drinks, get a girl a couple drinks, goof off, have a good time, talk shit, and leave. Without the girl. And pay the girl for her time. Because he knows she's working there for her time. her time is not cheap. That's what I miss. But I can't go back to that. Because the nights I did go home broke did take a mental state on me. The nights I went home broke messed me up to the point where I'd wake my mother-in-law up and talk to her. And she's like, no, your morals, your self-respect, your character, and who you are inside and outside genuinely is why you don't make no money when men come in like that. Because you're not going to sit there and do what they want you to do. Now, don't get me wrong. I have legit sat down with a customer who I knew wanted something. And I've told him it's girl for some money. I learned that. And that was my new go-to with them. But before that, I actually went home broke. I went home owing my dues to the club. And yes, you pay dues to work in those clubs. You are a private contractor. You pay them to walk in there and use their facility. Yes.